hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screeners Prime. I'm back.
Alright, let's talk about this He-Man, Masterverse, Revelation. Let's get into it, fam. Now, it had its ups and its downs. Now, I'm gonna say for the most part, I did like it. I liked it. Now, I know a lot of people said, they're pushing this agenda and stuff like that, and granted, for the past couple of years, fam, they did it with that Captain Marvel movie. I didn't like how they tried to do that. I didn't like how they tried to do it with the Star Wars thing with the girl Rey. I didn't like that, and there's a bunch of other things. Now, Kevin Smith shot himself in the foot by flat out lying. He didn't help it out at all. What he should have said is that it is a continuation from the filmation, but that the story does center around Teela. At least these first episodes they got coming out. Right? They should have said that. He shouldn't have let it out just before it aired that Oracle died. I thought that was really stupid that you did that. There are a lot of things in there that had these things that, people could pick and choose and say, no, they're pushing the woke stuff, they're pushing the feminism stuff and all this and that, right? You can pick and choose from a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people hated that Adam died. Me, I was like, oh man, I couldn't believe it when he died at first, right? Which I could get, because, he's sacrificing the Eternia. And then later on, at the end, man, I totally didn't see that coming, but it gave a big twist. I don't know if, what I'm hoping is that because this is the Masterverse, kind of like, how Marvel's doing this and that, and the Spider-Verse and whatnot, now there's some kind of way that they can bring them back. Even though Grayskull, Moss Man, said that once you leave, you can't come back. I'm hoping because this is called Masterverse, that there is a way, right? I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I liked it because it was different, right? We've seen all kind of stuff about He-Man. So, the show, well, should I say the toys was called Masters of the Universe. Later on, it was changed to He-Man and Master of the Universe for the cartoon. We all know who the star of the show is supposed to be. He-Man. Of course, they're going to show He-Man and Skeletor because they are the main characters, right? And people say they did the bait and switch. Well, they used what they could to get you in, fam. We don't know if He-Man is going to come back. Of course, Skeletor is there. I don't see Teela, even if somehow she gets the power sword, being able to defeat Skeletor. I just don't see it. I don't see it. They're going to have to find a way to bring He-Man back. Some kind of way. Now, you can say, well, damn. So she's going to have another adventure, this and that. I don't know, fam. I don't know. But they're going to have to bring He-Man back somehow. Especially now that he's now Skelegod. He's not even Skeletor. So the ante has been up. It's way up now. He finally done got Grayskull. Right? We've had a lot of people try to get Grayskull. We've had Hordak, who's worse than Skeletor. Had King Hiss. Him and Hordak had that battle. There have been a lot of guys, trying to get their hands on Grayskull, and Skeletor finally was able to get their hands on Grayskull. Now, a lot of people are maybe mad about that. But let's look at this, fam. Skeletor is really the true ruler of Eternia, not Randor. Or should I say, Keldor is the true ruler of Grayskull. That's why there's always those little snips, like in 2000X and even in the Filmation, where he says, well, give that back when Adam took the sword, and he's like, well, you know, like father, like son. But no, he says, give that back, and he said, you shouldn't take things that don't belong to you, but then he says, like father, like son. Because Randor is not the true king of Eternia. Keldor is. Who becomes Skeletor. And he's always talking like in Filmation, talk about that Eternia is his because he is actually the rightful king. But let's get back on to this thing with the Revelations thing, fam. Let's get back to that. All I can say is I enjoyed it. I took a step back. I didn't look at the wokeness that they were trying to push on, and I just tried to look at the story. Right? Now, there were things I didn't like where, you know, not Tila, but the black girl, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. You know, hey, well, it is what it is. You can say, well, you should know because she's black. No, hey, whatever, I don't remember her name. Right now, it eludes me. But I didn't like how her and Tila will make little jokes about, you know, He-Man saying like, you know, little stuff like you're all wet and stuff like that. When I went back and looked at it again, I was like, yeah, they did make little you know, jabs at He-Man, but yet they were still doing the same thing. Yeah, they were. So I didn't like that part of them doing that, but as a whole, I liked it because it was different, fam. It was different than what we've seen before. I didn't want them to give us another kind of origin story on He-Man because I felt we've had enough of that. We heard about Grayskull, all that stuff. If they was gonna do something, they could have. We got to see Hero and some other people. They could have did like a backstory about Hero or some other stuff. So, with all that being said, fam, regardless of what other people say, how you feel how you feel. I enjoyed it. It's just how it is. I enjoyed it. So you can feel how you feel. You can say I'm this, you can say I'm that. It doesn't bother me. Your opinions are not my opinions. In this day and age where people feel like they have the right to tell the people that they can't have their own opinions and they have to go with what majority says, that ain't me. Majority of the people, not gonna say majority, but a lot of people that has hopped on the He-Man vibe because it's the new flavor of the month, fam. A lot of people weren't even thinking about buying He-Man toys and stuff like that. Now they buying them. A lot of people never, you know, took any pictures with He-Man figures and stuff like that. They buying them up. And I'm not just talking about the Revelations, Jones. We can go back to before they even did the Origins. We can go back to, you know, you can go back and look at my stuff, fam. I got pictures of Origins. Not Origins. I got pictures of Classics. I got some pictures of the 2000X as well with my stuff. You know, I know about He-Man. I grew up on He-Man, fam. I grew up on He-Man. But at the same time, I know how to think and I don't just follow the crowd. I'm not gonna be like, oh, because they're pushing this woke agenda, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's step back from that. I know how to think. Even if someone's pushing an agenda, I can still enjoy something. And I know not to get all caught up in it. Sometimes you have to just take a step back, friend. You just have to take a step back. Enjoy it for what it is. Again, remember, this is a cartoon. Yes, there are people who push agendas. Yes, they are. Are they pushing this agenda? You can kind of say that in this movie. And some people can say, well, how can you say kinda? Because I did. Because I said kinda. that's how I feel. Well, you don't see this, you don't see that. Look, man, or look, woman, I don't care what you say. I can think for myself. And I advise you who may be listening to me to think for yourself. And I know I don't have a gigantic following, and that's fine. But what I do have is a brain, and I can think for myself. Call it whatever you want. I enjoy it. I've watched it twice so far now. I know I'm gonna watch it again because there's some things I'm gonna look at, and you know, I enjoyed it, and I do hope that they make another one. Again, he messed up. He shot himself in the foot with that foolishness that he said back in the day. Had he been honest, I believe it would have been a whole lot different, you know. But it is what it is. The water on the bridge. Can't change it now. So, I'm going to end it with that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I advise you to check it out. Don't just listen to what everybody else say. Come up with your own opinions, fam. It's like a fat kid in dodgeball. I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.